Hey everybody, this is Tyler Parsons in a different location yet again today, and today we're looking at putting. So it's only going to be helpful that we can hit those 350 plus drives onto the green, which we'd all love to do, but if we're not putting well, it really is irrelevant on how great we're hitting it. And sometimes great putting will help out a not so good wedge shot, approach shot, even a long iron in. We're not always trying to come away with birdies, but again, sometimes when it falters, can we still make that putt? The big thing to look at with putting is consistency. There's not one key that's really going to jump out over another player, whether it's their alignment, whether it's that path, the putter face. There are certain parameters that we definitely need to try to fall in, but we don't have to continuously chase the same thing. So today we're going to look at setup. And all that we really want to do is make sure that we're nice and grounded with the feet, okay, meaning that we're not too much in the toes, we're not too much in the heels, that nice athletic posture, not too bent. We really want to hip hinge, and this is where a lot of you get into trouble. But if we can bend over from the hips with that nice straight back, we love for the arms to fall and for there to be a nice straight line up through the putter and through the arms. Now the big things to take note on are that we would love to have the eye line over the ball. So once we get set up, basically from straight down on my eyes down to that ball, they should be over it. Anytime they're back behind or too far over from someone bending over too much or bad with the arms, whatever it may be, that causes issues with lining up the putter face. Now again, if we can consistently do the same bad thing, we stand a decent chance of getting a good result, but it starts to diminish on how well we can actually putt. Now the other key factor from a straight on standpoint is going to be right eye versus left eye dominant. Now a lot of you really have no clue if you're right or left eye. And what we can do is make a small little triangle so we have a nice little gap in our hand, and we hold it up in the mirror so that it covers up that nose. And what you should actually see is the eye that you were dominant. You should be able to see that through there, okay? Another quick and easy way is to hold with both eyes open. Hold your thumb up over something, and if you close one eye, does that change? If it changes, that's not your dominant eye. If it stays the same, the eye that's open is the dominant. Now, again, why is this important? Once we get set up in our nice posture, the ball should be over the back edge of the ball. So again, we have our nice little eye line. We should be able to take a nice little coin, drop it, and it should hit the ball. This sets us up, again, to be the most consistent over and over and over again. All right, so here's the video that I wanted to show you. So from a front-on perspective, what we want to look at for that right eye dominant player is right off the back. Draw that nice and straight. We can see that goes over to the back edge of the ball. So we're pretty happy with that. We'll switch views and we'll go to the down the line, same thing, down that eye line. See if I can draw a straight line. There we go, right over the ball. So happy with the overall setup. I would go on and say that actually needs to be a little bit more upright to where that's going through the forearm. You're going to see some players that do keep that set and locked. Again, consistency is key. Now here is a fun little tool that I like to use. So we'll take two separate swings. We can see with the body track the weight, so I've got 60 on one, 58 on the other. We'll go on and put those in as one swing. What I'm looking at is overlay those so that it's over the ball. Nice and clean image. And right there we can see that little blurry. Overall the back is good, the legs are good. What I love is the shaft, hands, arms, and shoulders are all in line with each other. So very, very good setup and posture there. Now if I go on and flip this over and we look at our front on view here, same thing, you see the weight, same swings. If we overlay these, we get the exact same thing. We're not seeing any huge differences. We can note a little bit of difference, obviously, in the sleeve, but as far as the head goes, the nose, shoulders, forearms, legs, again, the shaft and the putter, everything is right in line. What makes it fun is then we can go on and play it back and through to see different positions. Again, we note that nothing has really changed. We can go on, play through to impact to see where they're getting back to at impact. Very little has changed. We can even go up onto that body track and see what that weight's doing. Where is it moving to? We don't notice a big difference in toe versus heel. We see a little bit of shift with the weight. Go and play this through to the finish. Again, balls start at different speeds. Everything is consistent, and that needs to be the big take home. Whether or not we want to go and work on a chalk line or an arc, straight back through, whatever, as long as we're continuing to do the same thing, you should be a good putter. We're going to follow this up with a quick little putting drill that I like to do just to stay in line with everything.
So here is the knitting needles with the elastic string. One of the ways that I love to have players practice. The big reason is that we can put the ball under the line. We can adjust that, whereas a chalk line will be stationary. We can move this out for breaking putts and then watch the ball break off the line. So great to see if you're actually starting on that start line. The other great thing that it does is as we set this up, now we can check to see if the eyes are actually over the ball. And now you can see how the line goes over the line on the putter. From there, the player will be able to get set up. We can see what that stroke looks like and see if it starts on the line. Again, that ball should break, so still in line with the hole. Needed to hit a little harder. Need to practice my one-handed putting, but something that would be extremely helpful for a lot of you to do. Gives you a lot of different ways to practice. Wear out that setup, move the string around again for different breaking putts, increase that consistency and become a better putter.